Hi children. So today we are discussing about divisibility rule. That is the test for divisibility rule. In that one, the first divisibility rule is the divisibility by 10. You know that in the tens unit place, if the number has 0 in the unit place, then it is easily divisible by 10. So it is applied for the divisibility rule. For example, 10, 20, 30, etc. So on. Observe carefully children in the unit place. 0 is there. So usually in the unit place only if the 0 is there. So it is applicable for the divisibility by 10. And then the divisibility by 5. If the number in the unit place either it may be 0 or 5. For example 5, 10, 15, 20, so on. So these are divisible by 5 means if the number has either 0 or 5 at the unit place or ones place. So clear children, the divisibility rule by 10 means if the number has 0 in the unit place, whereas the divisibility rule by 5 is in the unit place 0 or it may be 5, and then divisibility by 2. Okay, so if the number is divisible by 2 means even numbers are usually divisible by 2. Okay, if the number is divisible by 2, if it has only of the digits 6, 0, 2, 4, 6 in the unit place or ones place, means the divisibility by 2 means it is applicable for the even numbers. And then the divisibility rule by 3. If the sum of the digits is a multiple of 3, if we add some numbers, it is equal to 3 or it is in the table of 3, that is it is equal to it is easily divisible by what? 3. So then it is called as, for example, 15 also divisible by 3. So then the rule is applicable for the divisibility rule by 5. And then the divisibility rule by 6. If the number is divisible by both 2 and 3, so ಯಾವಾಗ number 3 ಇಂದ divisible ಆದರೆ divisibility rule by 3 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. In case 6 ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎರಡು ನಂಬರ್ 2 ಮತ್ತೆ 3 ಇಂದ ಎರಡರಿಂದನೂ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. If the number is easily divisible by 2 and also 3 is called as the divisibility rule by 6. Example, 6, 12, 18. See children, 6 also divisible by 2. 2 3s are 6 and 3 2s are 6. So 6 is divisible by both 2 and 3. For example, if we take 18, so 2 9s are 18, 2 9s are 18, 3 6s are 18. So then 18 is divisible by both 2 and 3. So and then it is called as divisibility rule by 6. So if divisibility by 4, it is easily, you know that it has more than 3 digits. It has usually 3 digits or maybe more. So it can be easily divisible by 4. You know the fourth table. So like this 4, 8, 16, 20, 24, 40 like this, it is divisible by 4. And then divisibility rule by 8. So if the number means it has more than 4 digits. So Bristol rules बताएगा. Divisibility rule by 10 means in the unit place there is only 0 is there, whereas in the divisibility by 5 only 5 and 0 in the ones place or in unit place. Divisibility rule by 2 is applicable for only the even numbers, whereas 3 means it is easily divisible by 3. Divisible by 3. So then it is called as divisibility rule of 3. And then 6, if the number is divisible by both 2 and 3, whereas 4 means it has more than 3 or 4 digits, so it can be easily divisible by 4. Then divisibility rule by 8. So 8 means if the number is either more, means 4 or more digits, it has 4 or more digits. it can be divisible by 8. So for example, I will take 1000, 2000. So here I will take 4 digits, or if you take more than 4 digits, but easily divisible by 8. So we can multiply this, divide this one. 8 ones are 8, remainder 2. Take 2 down. 8 twos are 16. 8 twos are 16. Remainder becomes 4. 8 fives are how much? 40. So then the 1000 is divisible by 8. So then, so it is applicable for if in the unit place, tens place and thousand place. If 0 is there, for example, I will take 2000. In the 3 place, 0 is there. So it is when we see this number, so it is directly divisible by 8. Okay, children? So and then divisibility by 9. If the number means if the sum of two numbers, divisibility by 9. If sum of two numbers is divisible by 9. Divisible by 9. Then the number itself is divisible by 9. For example, here I will take 9, 18, 27, etc. So if the sum of two numbers means if I add 5 plus 4, you get 9. The sum of two numbers, that is 5 plus 4, you get 9. So that 9 is easily divisible by 9. That rule is called as divisibility by 9. And then divisibility rule by 11. In the difference, only the difference in that it is applicable in the divisibility rule of 11. That is the difference between the two digits, or in the sum of the odd numbers and then sum of even numbers, you get a difference that is divisible by 11. And if I will take here one example, 308. Observe carefully. So we had the sum of the digits in the odd place. So we consider that here, so this and this are the odd place. You know that one? The center, we call it as even place. So first we add the odd place digits. So what are the odd place digits? Here 3 plus 8. You get the answer, how much? 11. And then we add both the even places. Here only single digit, that is 0, is present in the even place. So and then the difference between the odd place and even place, you get the answer. What's the answer? 11 minus 0, you get 11. So 11 is easily divisible by that 11. Okay. And if I take 6, 1, 8, 0, 9. Here which are odd place? 9, 8, 6. First add the numbers in the odd place. Okay. 6 plus 8, how much? 14. 14 plus 9, 23. 23. In the even case, 0 plus 1 is there. So 1 plus 0 you get 1. So then difference means 23 minus 1, you get 22. This 22 is easily divisible by that 11. Okay. Here are some sums. So we can solve the, if it is divisible by both 6 or it may be 3, 2, whatever it may be. So open exercise number 3.3. So using the divisibility test, here first sum, I am going to discuss about the divisibility by 4, or it may be 8. Divisible by 4 or by 8. The number first one is 572. So for this, first we have to divide the last two digits. Here 72 with 4. 4 ones are 4. Remainder is 3. Take 2 down. For how much the 32? 4. For how much the 4 8 the 32. So remainder you get 0. So this 572 is easily divisible by 4. So let us try to 8. Okay. So it's 72. So 72 is there in the 8th table. So in that one we have to take 3 digits. First 572, 572. Okay. 8 sevens are 56. 1. Take 2 down. 8 ones are 8. Remainder becomes 4. So remainder, when the remainder becomes 4 or anything, if it is not 0, so then it is not divisible by 8. So this 572 is divisible by 4, but not divisible by 8. Clear, children? And then 6,000. If I take 6,000, so I already explained, if 0 in the unit tens 100 place, it is easily divisible by 8. But here we have to calculate. So it is divisible by 4 or not. Here 4 ones are how much? 4. Remainder 2. Take 0 down. 4 fives are 20. Like the remaining zeros. So it is easily divisible by 4. And then we are seeing the numbers. It is directly, we know that this number is divisible by 4 and also 8. Clear, children? So first, when we divide by 4, first take 2 digits, that is last 2 digits, and then if we divide with 8, take 3 digits of the number. Using the divisibility test, determine which of the following number is divisible by 6. You know, children, the divisibility rule by 6 means if the number is divisible by both 2 and 3 also. Okay. Here I will take 2 9 7 1 4 means 2,97,144. So if it is divisible by or it is applied for the divisibility rule, that is 6. So you know the rule. So rule 6 means what? It is divisible by both 2 and also 3. 2 and also 3. For that, first we divide this number 2,97,144 by 2. Okay. Then 2 ones are 2. Remainder 0. Take 9 down. 2 fours are 8. Remainder 1. Take 7 down. 2 8s are 16. 1. Take 1 down. 2 5s are 10. Remainder 1. Take 4 down. 2 7s are 14. Remainder 0. Again take 4 down. 2 2s are 4. So the remainder becomes 0. And then it is divisible by 3. We have to check here. Write down the same number 2,97,144 divisible by 3. 3 9s are 27. Remainder 2. Take down 7. Again 3 9s are 27. 0 0. Take here 1. So it is not possible to put 0 here. So you know that if it is not divisible by divide means less than the divisor. So dividend. So we can write in the quotient place 0 and then we take down 14. So 3 4s are 12. And then remainder 2 again we take down 4. So it 3 8s are 24. So the remainder becomes 0. So this number, that is 2,97,144 is divisible by 6. Okay children? So it is easily divisible by 6. Clear? First we divide by using 2 and then divide by using 3. If the remainder in the both we divide 2 and 3 we get 0. So then the rule is divisible by 6. Okay? So it is not means in the remainder place there is some number. So it is not applicable for the divisibility rule of 6. So here I will take one more sum. 1258. So same rule, that is divisibility by 6. First divide by 2. 2 6 are how much? 2 6 are 12. Take 5 down. 2 2s are 4. Remainder 1. Take 8 down. 2 9s are 18. So here we get the remainder 0. And then divide by 3. This number is divided by 3. 3 4s are 12. Remainder 0. Take 5 down. 3 1s are 3. Remainder 2. Take 8 down. 2 9s are 27. Here we get 1 is a remainder. So this number, that is 1258, is not divisible by 6. Okay children? And then, so you know the difference between the divisibility rule of 8, 4 and 2 and 3. Okay? Here are some numbers you have to divide. So in the numbers, for example, write the smallest digit and the greatest digit in the blank space. Each of the following numbers so that the number following is divisible by 3. Okay. Here we have to calculate the blank space. So here are some blank space, but they are given only 6, 7, 2, 4. First, add these numbers. Sum is equal to sum of these 4 digits to get 6 plus 7 plus 2 plus 4. So if you add this number you get 19, means 6 plus 7 13 plus 2 15, 15 plus 4 19. And then after 19 in the third table you get 21. Clear? After means 19 number next number third table 21. But 18 3 table idru kuda nam sum ಏನು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ 19 ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. 19 ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ next greatest number third table ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು 21. And then if you add, so you get 8. 2 plus 3 5. 5 plus 3 8. How? Means the smallest number below the 19 we get some number, no? That is 8. And then after that we add in the rule, so that is we get 11. So the total number you get, total number 8 plus 11 you get how much? 27. So it is usually in the third table. 27 is divisible by 3. 3 9s are how much? 3 9s are how much? 3 9s are 27. Then we can write it as 9 is the greatest number and the smallest number means 11 minus 8 you get 3. Is it right? So for the differences we get 21 minus 19. After 19 you get the number 29, 21. 21 minus 19 you get 2. So the smallest number is 2. Like that you have to calculate all the sums in the textbook. So if it is divisible by 3. 3 means what? The given number is divisible by 3. Children, all the sums are in there. Solve in the classwork. So check once and write down. So the next concept of the main concept of this chapter is, let us go to common factors and common multiples. Okay. Common factors and common So it is in some tables. So for that you have to learn the tables. Common factors and common multiples also know. Multiples means tables you have to write. For example, here I will take 8 and 20. For that we have to find the common factors. So you know the 8 factors. So 8 factors means, so if the number is present in which table, okay, it is already present in 1's table, 2 4's are 8, in the 3 table 8 is there, no, 4 2's are 8 and then 8 1's are 8. Here 1, 2, 4, 8 are the factors of 8 and then 20, 1, 2, 4th table is there and 5th table is there, 10 and then 20. Observe carefully children. Here which are the common factors? Here the two common factors are 1 and then 2 and then 4. So what we are finding the commonly is present in both 8 and 12 are called as common factors. Let us go to 3.4 exercise. First one. That is 20 and 28. 20 and 28. Children, 20. The factors of 20 are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20, so on. Okay. And then the factors of 28 are, so here I will write only the first 4 or 5 factors. 1, 2. So it is not present in the third table. 28 is present in the fourth table. 4 and then 7. Here 1, 2, 4 are the common factors of the numbers 20 and 28. 1, 2, 4 are the common factors. So if I take the number 4, 8 and 12. Here I will take 3 numbers. First, the factors of 4 are 1, 2, 4, etc. Only 1 to 4 are the factors of 4 and then 8. 1, 2, 4, 8. But 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. So 6 2's are 12, 12 1's are 12. So here we identify 1, 2 and then 4. Here 1, 2, 4 are commonly present in 3 numbers. So then 1, 2, 4 are the common factors of 4, 8, 12. So this is an easy sum. So let us discuss about the common multiples. Okay children, common multiples. So if I will take the number 6 and 12, we have to first write the common multiples. You know the common multiples? Common multiples means we have to write the table for the given number. 6 and 8. Multiple of 6 and then multiple of 8. So you know that 6th table, 6 ones are 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, 66, 72, so we can write up to below 100 also. So then 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72 and then 80, so on. Here we can find the common multiples in both the 6th table and 8th table. Here, which are the common multiples children? Here 24 is there, here also 24 and then yes, 48 is there, 48, then 72. So then 24, if I take 5 and 10, the multiple of 5 is equal to, you know, fifth table and write down the 10th table. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so on. So for multiple of 10, we can write 10, 20, 30, 40. So write down up to 10, 100. So we can get more multiples. Here I will take only this one number. So here these are the common multiples. Here 10, 20, 30. So here 10, 20, 30 are the common multiples of 5 and 10. Okay children? So next concept of this lesson is, we can write the co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers. So first, common factors means we can write the numbers is divisible by the given number. Okay. First, which table is present we have to identify and then write the common factors. Okay. Next, which of the following numbers are co-prime or not? Okay. Children, you know the prime numbers. Prime number means it is other than 1. So the prime numbers means other than 1. It is the factor of 1 and the number itself is called as prime numbers. Here the co-prime numbers means other jotege bere number ino means if along with the other numbers we can write the co-prime numbers. So here the question is, which of the following is the co-prime or not? We have to find out. Okay. 18 and 35. First, we have to write the factors of 18 and 35. Factors of 18 and factors of 35. So, factors of 18 are 1, 3. So, it is easily divisible by 2. 2 9s are 3. And then 5, 6, 9, and then 18. Here the factors of 35 is 1, 5, 7 and then 13, not 35. Okay. Here we can easily observe both the common factors are only 1. Observe children? Only 1 is the common factor present in the factors of 18 and 35. So then the given number 18 and 35 is a prime number. It is the given two numbers are co-prime. Okay. So if only one digit, that is the 1 is a factor of every number, so 1 is present, then it is called as the given number is prime number, co-prime number. And if I take some numbers, for example 17 and 68, 17, the factors of 17 are 1 and 17 because it is a prime number, and the 68, 1, 2, 4, 17, 34, 68. Here we can find two common factors, that is 1 and 17. So if the factors are more than 2, we can call that it is not a co-prime number. So this 17 and 68 is not a co-prime number. Okay children, so we can easily find out whether the factor is only 1, so that is called as co-prime numbers. So if whether the numbers is get, the factors get more than 1 or 2, more than 1 or more than 2 you get, so the number is not a co-prime number. Next, prime factorization. So in the previous class, means in the 5th standard, you learn about the factors. The factors you know,